Welcome guys! In this video, I will give you 10 awesome tips and tricks that you need to know as a PUBG player, and it might help you to get better at this game. Starting with the tip number 1. If you're playing squads or duos, then try to avoid taking 1v1 fights. If you mess up or lose in 1v1 fights, chances of you directly getting finished is more likely, and it's high risky thing to do. So I would recommend having a teammate right behind with you to give you the quick cover fire. Basically just shoot the guy shooting at your teammate, as your opponent will be confused to choose between multiple targets. Tip number 2. Learn how to strafe left and right, also known as jiggle. By far this is the most effective way to dodge the bullets in close range fights. Here is a 1v4 clutch. I managed to clutch because I was constantly strafing left and right. And do yourself a favor by aiming at the head to get an easy knock. By the way, you need to know how your character moves. Knowing how to use lean left and right function will make you a better player. And the more you practice and use every movement function in this game, the more muscle memory you get. And this muscle memory will make your movements look more fluid and fast. Here is a simple way to practice how to jiggle. All you need to do is find a doorway and move from here to here, example like this. You also need to shoot while jiggling. You can practice this with your friends in cheer park mode. The more you practice, the better your movements will look, and also maintain the aim or crosshair on a single place. There are many different types of jiggle movements in this game. If you want guide and tutorial on jiggle movements, let me know in the comments. This is the short jiggle. And this is long jiggle. Tip number 3. Learn to use lean function. Leaning right next to a wall will help you to hide your head. Sometimes your opponents can see your head while you're crouching next to a wall. So here is a comparison between normal crouch and crouch plus lean. As you can see, I can somehow see the head of a normal crouching player, but not the player with crouch plus leaning. This proves that using a lean function will hide your head while crouching next to a wall. When you crouch next to a wall, sometimes your head might be visible. Even if you use lean function, sometimes it doesn't work, so you need to find an angle in which your character is leaning like this. Then your head won't be visible. This is how your opponents view when you crouch next to a wall. Your head is clearly visible. But if you crouch plus lean, then your head won't be visible mostly. And make sure to lean in the right way. Tip number 4. Pre-aiming. I previously mentioned about pre-aiming in my videos. It's basically predicting the enemy's next move, and I only showcased example in only one house, so here is another example in a different house. If you see your enemy running towards the house, then you need to find an angle to shoot at the stairs, which is at number 1. If you miss the shots, then quickly change your aim to the next location, which is at number 2, and fire. And again, if you miss the shots, then change your aim to next location, which is this window. Or if you see your enemy running on the stairway, you need to quickly aim at the number 1 spot and then quickly change to number 2 spot. If you're lucky, your enemy might run in the pathway you expected him to run. Similarly, if your enemy is running towards stairs, then you need to aim as following as shown in this picture. You need to transfer your aim as according to your enemy's speed and movements. This pre-aim trick works in every type of houses, which has windows and doors in it. All you need to do is predict your enemy's next move. Most players tend to go towards stairs, and I will try to mention more methods in different houses in my next videos. Try to shoot from every window as possible to give the maximum damage. Tip number 5. Be unpredictable. Use tactics that people never seen before. Don't use the same strategy as everyone else. It may work sometimes, but it won't work always. So come up with your own strategy, and your enemies will be dead before they even understand what happened. If you're camping, then do it in the right way, don't always camp in the same spots as everyone else. Come up with your own camping locations, where players would never expect you in that position. Tip number 6. Having smaller joystick size will make your movement look faster. I've been using smaller joysticks since a long time. I recommend to set your joystick size around 69 to 100 according to your device and finger size. If you have tiny fingers, then set your joystick to smallest as possible, and if you have big thumb finger then set your joystick to 100 or more, and again it's totally your personal preference. If you use smaller joystick size then you only need to move your fingers a little bit. If you use bigger joystick size then you need to move your fingers more further than usual. So smaller joystick will suit for most of the players, and it will help you to strafe left and right much better. Tip number 7. Unfollow your teammate while parachuting right after you reach less than 100 meters to the ground. Here are a few reasons why you should unfollow while parachuting. The first one is, unfollowing will prevent you from getting glitched. The second thing is, you can land in a different house to find much better loot. And the final thing is that, one single mistake your teammate does, it might put your whole squad in danger. If you're playing squads, then you need to know these military base callouts of almost every location. So this biggest tower is of course called as military base tower, or scaffolding. And I call this one as military base warehouse because this building looks like a storage unit, so it basically looks like a warehouse from inside. And this building is known as the office. There are these buildings scattered all over the military base, and they look similar to a garage, so I call this as the military base garage, but most people know this as cemetery shop. And the containers. You most probably know this as C buildings, but to be more specific, the one which is in middle is called as middle building. And the building which is close to the roadside is called as roadside C building. And the last one can be called as container side C building because it's close to the containers. This building is known as police station, or you can also call this as C building warehouse. Water tanks. This huge building is called as a factory. Triple-story building or radio station. And these are the bunkers. And comment down below what do you call these buildings, because these names will be different in every region. Here are few school apartment tricks. Jump on this wall, and from here you will get an angle to see the players coming from the stairs, wait for them to push and get easy knocks. Here is another trick to camp. You need to climb up this wall, and now you have to perform this jump exactly like me. And wait for your enemies to push. And they will have no idea that you're here. Here is a trick to see the players who are above you. Jump on this desk and place your crosshair at the door, and jump. And as soon as you know the enemy's location, push to the next floor and get the kills. If your enemies are in this apartment, then climb up this wall and jump on the top of the apartment. From here identify the enemy's location by footsteps. And surprise attack them from the window like this. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming content like these. See you guys in the next video and enjoy my bot gameplay.
You make me move, you make me dance, you make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast, super fast, super fast.
You make
What does love feel like? You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. Best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. You make my heart beat super fast.
You make my heart beat super fast.